Hi all you gorgeous people. Today we're going to make a nut bar with coconut milk, coconut oil, organic butter and lots of almonds and a bit of coconut flour. And it's a recipe I made myself and I think it's very, very delicious. It keeps very well and it's all raw and it just is very, very satisfying when you feel like something a little bit sweet and full of fat, good fats. So let's get to work. So what we're going to need is a lot of almonds. A real lot. These are so good. They're not organic, but they're very nice. This is going to last a long time, so it's 4 cups of almonds. And you can just make it smaller, of course. 4 cups of almonds, 1 cup of walnuts, 1 cup coconut flour, or coconut. We'll grind this down finely. 1 can of coconut milk, a little bit of sea salt, a little bit of stevia, and some vanilla, and also coconut oil and butter. So what I start off doing is making my almond meal, because you want, that's what's very delicious about this, is you get the almonds really nice, and it's like marzipan really. So they're going to get really fine now. So I'm going to switch it off because it gets so noisy. So we'll get back in a sec. Just put the salt in, about a teaspoon. That's fine. I'll put it into the bowl here. Put it in here. This bowl here. I just think this almond bar is so easily digested, and I just love things that are raw also. Now let's do the coconut. So it's 1 cup, and we also want the coconut quite fine. Probably could also put the walnuts in there. Just give it a go on its own. Now it's been going for a couple of minutes, and you can see it's really quite fine now. So I'll add a stevia, a homemade stevia I've made. Not very much. Maybe like that. I'll also add just some ordinary stevia, maybe like this. No more. Now I can put all the wet things in here. So we want a can of coconut milk. This is just organic Oh, actually, it's not. This one is not organic. No, just ordinary coconut milk, full fat. And I have coconut oil here, and I have butter. I mean, you really have to like fat to eat this. Now, I haven't made this with butter before. This is the first time. So, yeah, let's see. I can always put more. So I'll put that much butter. This is unsalted butter, organic butter. And let's say about maybe I'll use all this coconut. A bit over half a cup. Maybe 2/3 of a cup of organic cold pressed coconut oil. Let's give it a stir. Looks really good. It looks really good. Now we want a cup of these walnuts, and you could just use 1 cup more of almonds or some other nut. I've tried with sunflower seeds, but it really is quite a funny taste. So that was a bit too much. And I'd like these to not be too fine. I'd like them to be a little bit crunchy. So I'll just let them go for a little while. Okay, all done. We got it all in there. There's our almonds. Here's our fat. More fat. And some people actually say coconut is not good. But so many say it's good. I've always loved fat, and in metabolic typing I'm a protein type, and we just need more protein and fat when the carb types or the mixed types. So it's just it's a genetic thing. And the beautiful thing is that if you're used to eating breads and sweet things, when you have plenty of good fats, you don't feel like all that stuff. It's very satisfying. Okay. It's what you call rich. This is what you call rich. And it's going to go stiff. It's going to go firm when it gets cold. And you don't have to do it this fine. I just like to have it very fine so I don't have to chew so much. Because it's just, I mean, the more fine it is, the easier it is to digest. Let's have a taste of this. Mmm. 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 Maybe a little bit, tiny bit more vanilla. And you could also add, I'm just using some ordinary vanilla sugar. You could also add a little bit of cinnamon. I have some pure cinnamon, but it's whole. I need to chop it. I need to make it into a powder. I'll do that in another video one day. This is just the cheap cinnamon. And if you can eat cocoa, you can just put cocoa in it. Okay. Right over here. Maybe a little bit too much salt this time. So maybe just a large half a spoon would be enough. So I'll put this paper in there. Makes it easier. And I think the coconut oil makes this keep very well. Just have it in the fridge can also put some in the freezer, of course. So I just wet my hands. And just push it in. There we go. Put it into our cellar, and I'll get back to you tomorrow. So this is the next day. I've had this in the cellar, which is really like a fridge. And you can just get the whole thing out. And as you can see, it's very firm. It smells very lovely. Let's have a cut it out. And I won't cut the whole thing out, because what I do is I just go and take a chunk when I need some fat. It's usually sort of at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. See the beautiful walnuts? And I mean, you can make this in so many ways. So I just take a chunk like that, and let's have a taste. Mm. Mm. Oh, this is so delicious. And as you can see, very firm. If I'd not used butter and just used more coconut oil, it would have been even more firm. But I think this is perfect. And also, if you want the coconut to be really fine, you can use one of those little coffee grinders, and you can make it into very fine flour. So that was the nut bar. For if you have candida, this is really good. And it's not very sweet. It's just right. So yeah, see you, my friend. See you soon.